Hey y'all, it's Laura with Craft and See. With Craft and See with Laura B. Sorry, forgot my own name. It happens. Happens more and more as I get older. But anyway, so how are you all? Sorry, as I'm trying to pick up a needle I saw on the floor before I stabbed myself with it. Anyway, sorry about that. I didn't actually squirrel. I saw a needle and I tried to pick it up, but it dropped somewhere that I can't see it now. Anyway, so here we are. We're back. Alright. This is episode, I'm not sure which, of hashtag I hit a wall journal swap with Mitzie at 307 Junk Journals. Hi, Mitzie. What we did is I had a small flippy flappy envelope journal and I didn't know what to do with it. I'd gotten to a point where I just couldn't do anything with it. I just loved the paper. Oh, I love the paper so much. I'm an Anglophile, and so it's a kit called London Town by Janie B. Journals, and it's historical London back in Victorian times. And so there was trivia on there, stuff that I didn't know, and the pictures and the colors were just so rich, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. And I didn't want to cover it up. So I got to the point where I've got the whole thing constructed. Again, it was a flippy flappy, a journal tag journal as opposed to an actual writing journal. Anyway, I got to a point where I didn't want to cover anything up. So I've got the pockets on there, I've got the flappies, but what am I going to do with it? Because I don't want to cover anything up. So anyway, it sat. It sat for a good year. It sat for a good year. And Mitzie had a couple signatures and papers ode to Jane Austen that she was stuck with. She'd hit a wall. So we decided to mail them to each other, and we're each decorating or doing a reimagined junk journal. And then when we are done, we will send them back to each other. And I believe, and I'll have her correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that our last video is going to be on the 28th of this month, March 2023, but I don't know if that will be the flip-through video or not. I know she's much faster than I am, so, and she's doing a wonderful job. You don't have to ink if you don't want to, honey. And I'm trying very hard at times not to ink. Like I didn't ink this at all. Just coffee stained. And that was difficult for me. Yeah. When I think about not inking, it's like, see, I didn't ink this one either. I just used other things. Anyway, so it's a challenge. It really is, because our styles are so different. But it's also a lot of fun. Creatively, because I'm thinking outside my comfort zone so much, and Mitzie's just so much fun, so I'm enjoying it for all sorts of reasons. But today, okay, enough of the preamble, get with the show. Get on with the show. I have a bunch of stuff here that I would like to get done today. So I have a bunch of book pages that I've already stamped in either watercolored or colored somehow. Some I still have a lot to do. Way in the back. But even with the books, I may not. Who knows? And then I have a bunch of more ruffles and some clusters that I'm going to split between both signatures. So I tend to get heavy-handed with one-in-one signature, and then it's like, well, you can't use all of these in one, and you gotta spread it out. That's difficult for me. I don't know if it's difficult for anyone else, but it is for me. So, but what I want to do first, and hi Candace, thank you for our talk, and I have you in my head that I'm talking to you, and so maybe I can get this tutorial done in some semblance of I know what I'm talking about. And I I can speak English. This is, you take a book page, and the only size that matters for your book page is if it's going in a journal and that it's going to fit. That's the only consideration you need. And you see how this is big on some pages, you know, and then maybe on other pages it's not. And I don't know that, I don't think I have a page in here that this actually can fit this way. But I don't think I planned on doing that anyway. So, this came from, let me put that out of the way before I ruin it, the ruiner of journal signatures. That would be me. Okay. So, you take a book page, any book page, and I got this idea from Joey DeFee on, I don't even know which one it is. She has she's like, if you want to know anything to do with a book page, go look at Joey DeFee. That's her channel name. Is all lowercase. And Joey DeFee, and she, you name it, she's thought of it, and she's used book pages for it. It just, I really want to know where she gets her books. So, I think she said, we'll say, how much is that? Why don't you just measure it? It is about slightly under 2 1/4 inches, this flap, and this one would be about 2 3/4, roughly. So you're going to come down to almost this fold. And actually what I started out with is you just fold the paper. It's like, can I have a piece of paper that I don't care about, that's not all ripped to shreds or glued? So you're going to go in about like this. And just as long as it's pretty much even. So you get the gist. I don't think I can tell anybody how to fold paper away that has not been, they probably don't know better than I do. So you go in like this, and the only fiddly part about this is if you care that the words are all the one way, because they're going to be upside down on some part of it, and they're upside down. So as you can see, I already folded it, and it was like, oh yeah. So you turn the page around. So if you can read it like this, you turn it around. You turn it upside down. And then do your folds. So it's going to look like this. And yes, we are going to glue these flaps. Now, I'm not going to do all the decorating for this on camera. I may do it off camera. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. Well, I know I'm not going to do it on camera because I just don't have time, because, you know, I can't do that quickly. I'm not fast. And I don't want to take forever. But what I'm saying is I may or may not decorate this, and, you know, and let her, maybe she'll have an idea that what she would want to do. I keep trying to tell myself that I don't have to be afraid of a blank page. Or, although white is really difficult. I don't know if I can leave a white page alone. It has to have something on it. But I'm trying to get to the point where you don't have to decorate everything. You don't have to, it's pretty the way that it is. So this we are going to use for the pocket. And where did my prototype go? It's like I was just, is this it? I don't know if that's it. I was just talking to Candace about this very thing, and I could have sworn I had it in my hand. Well, this is basically it. So it folds up like this. This one, I did this quite a while ago. A long time ago. I would do it completely different now that I have more than, I don't know, 6-9 months, but yeah, it's been in my, I have a box of prototypes, as I call them, just things that I have done that I liked, and I'll put that in there, and don't forget, idea box, I guess you'd call it. Anyway, so it comes open like this, and this is not one where I've seen some of them that you've glued to this too, so when you open it, it automatically opens the pocket. Those are really nice, but this is more to write on. So you just, that way, so you're going to want another piece of paper folded, and like this one is just folded. Folded into this size. But wait, there's more. You turn it around, that's why I didn't care if it, that ding ding ding, now I'm thinking, that's why I didn't care if it was small enough to fit sideways on the, you know, the right way. There's a pocket back here. So we're just going to glue that on. And so, since this one is really easy, Candace, I should be able to do it without tripping over my own lips. What Bob Ross said. Bob Ross put it one. I was watching the Happy Painter, the Happy Tree Painter. I know everybody must know Bob Ross, and I think I might have moved the camera, so let me check. Nope, it does not look like it. Something about my words got tripped over my eye teeth and I couldn't see where I was going. And it just made me laugh. I was like, I understood that. Yep, that's exactly what it is. So, my words got tripped up over my eye teeth and I couldn't see where I was going. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Let's see if I can still use this little itty one. It doesn't need to be perfect. Yes, it does. Oh, yes, it does. When you're making a pocket, it kind of has to be on the side of straight earth as opposed to straight-ish. Just saying. Maybe that's just me. So, we have got a whole 3 and just under a quarter. So 3 3/8 inches that we want to fold to. So, but actually you want it smaller. Let's get this paper. A little bit smaller. So how is everyone doing? Can you believe it? It's already, well, the second week of March, I guess. It's the second week of deer camp. Okay. So I am just going to, yes, I know, I have a really hard time tearing straight. Candace and I were talking, she has one of those decal edge trimmers. And I was telling her I wanted one. And she said, well, you've got, you know, the rulers. I'm like, I can't tear straight. I have a really hard time even using the rotary cutters, putting enough pressure to keep this from moving. No matter what I've done, I have put tape. I have done everything that I've tried. I've researched on ways to make that happen, and I just can't. So, obviously, we're going to go this way. Wait, do I want it to go that way? How did I want the other one to go? Okay. Yeah. Alright. So, hopefully that will fit. Will that fit nicely? Yes, it will fit nicely. However, no, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. She'll like it. Yes, she will. And I'm not going to ink anymore. I used, I coffee dyed these, and then I used the, I think it's fossilized amber. Fossilized amber, mica oxide sprays. oxide sprays. Tim Holtz. I want to get more and more and more and more and more colors. More, Mommy, more. Please serve me, I have some more. So a couple swipes of glue up the sides. I'm really bad at putting a pin back in my glue. I was thinking the other day I wanted to email Julie at Camellia Crafts Designs, because I've seen these in the dangly ones in her Etsy shop, and I need ones like the ones she makes because I have a really bad habit of dropping everything on its head. And if it's just a dangle that comes off of a pin like this, that's going to last what would be to you a shockingly short amount of time. And for me, it's like, yeah, it lasted actually a few days longer than I thought it was going to do before I dropped it, and dropped it enough that I broke it. Yeah, I know. You just can't dig me anywhere. That's why I can't have nice things. Okay, so I just did this, made sure it can close both ways. And now if I had been thinking, I would have glued it shut before I did this. But that is really no matter. So we're also going to have a pocket back here. And then we'll glue this shut. Oh. There it is. Lost sight of it for a half a second. Clues. Where is a... There's one. It's like I have a bunch of towels / rags to use to make sure I sop up the glue and don't have it all over myself. And I take them upstairs to wash them, and then I forget. So I guess essentially we could think of that when I say upstairs and I'm downstairs is a split level home. So when you walk in that level to the lower level, or actually the half upper level is where I would be. Because there's only like 6 steps to the what I call upstairs, which is my big bedroom area. I say it's upstairs. About 6 steps. And the stairs are just about 1.5 feet that way. And so when my dog comes downstairs, if you hear this tromp, 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 yeah, it's my dog coming down these rickety steps. I think this area that I'm in used to be a garage. It would make sense because it's always really cold down here. But the stairs, you can tell, were not built originally as inside stairs. Does that make sense? Yeah. It used to be a ranch and 2 cabins, my bedroom area, and then the one out front, Joe's area where he lives, his bedroom and stuff. Used to be 2 separate cabins, and then they built the kitchen area to connect it with this garage and everything. But they did not do so everything is plumb flush or square. So as I'm talking, I am thinking of what I want to close this with, and for the hot second, I cannot think. But what I'm going to do is make a half pocket right here, because I don't want to tear another piece of paper up to make a bigger one. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So this challenge that Mitzie and I are doing is called # I hit a wall journal swap. And if you all would like to do one of these, find a friend, got something that you just can't do anything else with, you can't bear to do anything with, find a friend. Do a journal swap. You don't have to film it. You don't have to be a YouTube person. But if you have Instagram, we both, Mitzi and I both have Instagram accounts. I don't know the exact title of hers, but mine is, well, really original, Craft and See with Laura B. Yeah, I know. It's really hard to remember that one. I had to make it easy, otherwise I'd forget. But anyway, I'm on Pinterest. I'll have the link in the description box because I can't remember. I think it's just Laura Bartlebaugh. It's like my private one. But anyway, post on those, and with a hashtag, I hit a wall journal swap because we would love to see your creations, your makes. We'd love to see people doing this because it really is fun and it gets you out of your comfort zone. Depending on who you swap with, who knows. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Highly encourage everyone to run out and do this and then post it on social media. Or your YouTube channels, which would be social media. So, durr. I'm not going to close this with anything because I can't really think of what I could do that would make it so like, oh my gosh. I think I'm going to leave this and let her, maybe not there, but just do whatever. Because I don't have to decorate everything. Maybe she doesn't want everything decorated. You know? That may be a possibility. And I'm going to... Oh, man, I just made a decision. Candace, you'd be so proud of me. I just went like this, said, oh, I'll put this here. And that was as much thought as I put into it. I didn't